What are your most idiotic predictions for the 2020s? I don't know. I don't have 2020 vision. The joke, what will the world be like in blank years? I don't know. I don't have 2020 vision will be temporarily suspended from use and worked through a rewording process during the year 2020. Lots of optometrists will use 2020 vision as their slogan. Opening your own optometrist office next year will have the ultimate advertising potential, providing 20/20 vision since 2020. The West will be shook by the Tokyo 2020 Olympic mascot being a little too anime. The opening ceremony is just a screening of Boku no Pico. Wait, yes. Short shorts so high they go inverted and become jean jackets. Denim thongonces will be all the rage in 2020. That sounds like the most uncomfortable thing imaginable. A huge comeback of emo culture. The raring 20s. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and delete your account for that. RX3 notices accounts deletion button. Oh, what's this? The 22nd of February 2022 falls on a Tuesday. People will be wearing tutus. Terry Crews elected president, thereby fulfilling the idiocracy prophecy just sooner than anyone expected. This Oval Office smells like power! Somalia becomes a world superpower. Linguists create a new language, English, simplified, to replace English, traditional. Heelys are a socially acceptable form of transportation. Isn't simplified English just American, Scots and British? 2 words. Mecha. Hitler. Everyone was in favor of saving Hitler's brain. But when you put it in the body of a robotic great white shark, suddenly you go too far. I predict a rockstar will marry a supermodel. Yeah, this comment right here. Area 51 has been needing a physic for a while. Renewable energy and environmentalism, the debate of climate change, will persist into the 2020s. However, the push for renewable energy will be stronger than ever. Solar power will become more common and the 2020s will be remembered as the decade where we began to enter the solar age. Green design and sustainable cities will be the future of architecture. The Gen Z will start a revolution and we will have the roaring 20s too. Electric Boogaloo. World peace will be achieved for precisely 23.87 ms, and then some shit will happen. Jesus comes back and starts making statements about the Bible, is immediately detained for hate speech and put in a mental hospital for thinking he is Jesus Christ. This could have potentially already happened. This could go in r/show our thoughts. Americans will elect someone qualified to rule over them. Danny DeVito will become president and then king, bringing communism to the US and giving monthly rations of eggs in the trying times. Aliens actually land in the United States. Having studied American cinema, the first thing they say is take us to your leader. There's an uncomfortable pause followed by a long-winded description of the state of US politics. Long story short, the aliens have to suddenly leave. They left the Florgnacks on at home, but they'll totally call us soon. They promise. Suicide rates will drop after reaching 100%. We'll all start using our blinkers. I'm looking at you BMW drivers. In 2020, BMW will put an end to the mandatory bad driver exams bias of 2Ace before being handed the keys of their new car. Apple will stop releasing the iPhone in 2025 and replace it with a piece of glass with a piece of metal at the bottom of it with several buttons on it. The metal will project the screen through the glass in the phone, making it absurdly light, while also not sacrificing any processing power. Google and Amazon attempt a merger in 2027 and the US government rejects it. This causes an outrage and sweeping reform under President Marco Rubio, who goes against his party and breaks up all large companies, forcing them to compete only in smaller fields at once. While this hurts consumers short term, the rise of new competitors being able to compete and new jobs created by new, significantly more competitive startups, the GDP of the USA increases significantly. Directly preceding the 2020 election, the market has its worst 3-day stretch in terms of value lost as a percentage since the Great Depression. Netflix is a shell of itself by 2026 due to all companies who make their own content having their own streaming services. In a stroke of genius, cable companies now sell subscriptions to these individually owned and operated streaming platforms, now referred to as channels. Cable TV is revolutionized, and the market is flipped on its head again by a resurgence in people buying large TV packages to get all the streaming platforms they want. The NFL does not play for 2 years, 2027 or 2028, due to increasing legal struggles with lawsuits guarding concussions. Most players switch to playing modified rugby, and rugby becomes the most popular sport in the USA.